Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I want to talk about the 1998 Spyderco knife catalog. So this is something I picked up off of eBay, and I was alive in 1998, but I was not into knives, and some of these knives I wish I could get right now. But I just thought about doing a quick video on this catalog. And this is all the legal stuff here. They're talking about their copyrighted terms and trademarks. And we see CPM, we see 440V steel, which is interesting. And then we've got a little bit of history about the brand. And what is a Spyderco, etc., etc. I'll leave these open so you can pause it and read it. And then we've got the clip it feature and the specific instructions on how you would actually open a Spyderco. I'm pretty sure even in 1998 these were probably pretty unique knives. So, and materials and descriptions, I'll leave all that open so you guys can pause it and read it, and I won't impede your viewing of it. And then here are steel elements information, and this is pretty interesting that they would put this in there. It'd help the customer understand what he is buying. So then we also have steel charts, and these are pretty interesting. We've got like auth 6, we've got ATS 55 and ATS 34 and Gen 1. Excuse me. We've got 440A, 440B and C, and then 440XH, and then 425 modified, BG42, VG10, and BS26. Pretty interesting knife steels. They're not the best anymore, but they were pretty great. Excuse me. I've just woken up and I just felt like doing a video. So these are kind of my morning allergies. We got O1, we got Sandvik 12C27N and W2 154CM 1095 5160 and 52100. So those are just some of the steels, and I have left those open so you can read the properties of it. And then steel production and properties. To be honest, the print behind this makes this pretty hard to read, especially in my viewfinder. And then sharpeners, I'm leaving this. You guys can pause these and read it. I'm trying to leave enough time for you guys to do that, but I'm trying to get to the knives. I actually will talk about this for a little bit. The slip triangular sharpener, I have one of these. This is probably one of the best ceramic rods I've ever bought. I have a round one, but not by Spyderco, but I don't see value in a square or triangular. But the slip, holy cow, if you have serrations on your knife, this does the job. I also have the medium and fine bench stones, but I do not have the ultra fine. I didn't see a need for it. This actually will get my knife up to hair whittling sharp very easily, so I don't need it. Then you can also see here we have a double stuff. These are their pocket sharpeners. I have this smaller one, and it didn't come with a leather slip, so that's something they've gotten rid of. And this looks like a heavy undyed leather slip, so that has been changed. Let's see here. Finally to the knives. Okay, so here's the Dragonfly C28. And you can see that the Dragonfly clip it here. Let me actually just put this closer. The clip it actually has an integrated pocket clip in the handle, but the steel one here, excuse me, is probably a better buy, not in serrated, but just in plain. And they are using ATS 55 steel and L/AUS 8 steel. Don't know what the L or the S on the beginning of those And then here we go, the Delica C11 and the Endura C10. I have seen these on eBay. I have owned this Delica, and I'll tell you, I mean, for me, don't buy one. The modern Delicas are just the way to go, but if I could get an original late 90s steel Endura like this one, I'd be jumping on it. I think these steel-handled knives from Spyderco are incredible. This one here is interesting. So I have actually seen one of these, and this is the Pro Venator C13, and they actually put like rubber grip in the handle and in the pocket clip. It's a very unique knife. Apparently in the 90s, everybody had partial serrations. I don't understand why partial serrations on a knife is kind of like a ring in hell. I don't want to be there. So there's this Pro Grip. I haven't seen one of those yet, but it's got the same kind of grip pattern as on the rubber here. Excuse me. Morning allergies, you know. Now, actually, I had a chance to get the Native. Now, this is the Native C4 1BK and Native 2. So, which one is the Native 2? Okay, so the Native 2 is actually going to be the stainless steel one, and then this is the regular Native. I had a chance to get this one in 440, and it was the first production run, and that was 440 C steel. This actually was originally supposed to be taken up by a department store or a sports goods store, and it would just be produced by Camillus under the Spyderco brand. And so when you actually find an original one of these, it's using 440 steel, and it's not produced by Spyderco. The design is by Spyderco, but it's produced by the late Camillus. Camillus has changed hands, and this was originally produced by Camillus. Then Spyderco ended up producing it, which this is the Spyderco produced one. And, excuse me. And then now it is the Native 5. It obviously gained a reputation, and it's, I mean, it's still with us today. It's just originally it was supposed to be one of those cheap knives you may have even bought in Walmart. So it's got a really interesting history to it. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Mornings, right? Native C4 1BK and the Native 2 C41. So, oh, idiot. There we go. Page went back on me. Come on. This is the catamaran, and I've never seen one of these in real life. I mean, that looks like a crazy knife. Really crazy. Really a crazy knife. They still make the Cricket. Spyderco still makes this Cricket, and I mean that's pretty cool that they still make that thing. The only thing that I would think is interesting on this one that I don't think they do anymore, is I don't think they make a lightweight version. I do think they only make this in the stainless steel handled, and I have never seen a use for this knife for myself. This looks like a glorified box cutter, and having these small serrations, I don't think it makes sense to have those serrations on such a light duty knife. The Rescue and a Rescue Junior. We still have these, and they still make them with the Spyderco Bird line as well. I've never owned one. I've never needed that type of knife. So, it's something, but interesting that they are still making that. And then they make Rescue in steel. So they don't do that anymore. I haven't seen one of those yet. And I could probably see why, because the steel probably didn't give a lot of grip. Now we have the Police. This thing is, I mean, I've owned a Police, and it's incredible to own, but I'm telling you, it's not a slicer. This is something you want to have a stabbing action with. Then we also have the Rookie, which it says the Rookie was developed for those who appreciate the style and design of the police model but prefer to carry a smaller knife. The hollow ground blade promotes powerful cutting, blah, 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 blah. So this is supposed to be like a miniature police. I would love it if they brought this back. But, let's see, the blade length is 3 1/8, 79 millimeters. So, pretty much almost an Andela. I mean, pretty much. So, then we have a Calypso Junior, which this looks like a solid mid-lock back. I think that would be a great thing to get back into production. And then the Calypso, I mean, what's up with all the serrations? I'm serious. It's crazy how much serrations there were. And then these are apparently like their special blades. And this is the Dyad Junior. And this I've seen on eBay. And it's basically a traditional muskrat, double locking muskrat knife pattern with a serrated and then non-serrated blade. And this thing looks like a duckbill. I mean, that's just weird looking. That looks like a duckbill with teeth. So, and then we have the Q C35, and I've seen these on eBay and they look completely impractical. I think this is just for the design of it. This little lever here you lift up to unlock the blade. Yeah, I could do without that. I'm actually kind of just talking about reflecting on these knives. I've never owned them, and I'm just kind of turning this into a discussion on the knives in here. So if you're enjoying that, just let me know in the comments. Here is a Worker CO1. Excuse me. excuse me. This Worker CO1, I have actually owned one. But I actually had the earlier model where it didn't have the chamfered edges. It was just a flat slab, and it had no pocket clip. The pocket clip had gone missing. And I'm telling you, if you can get one of those, man, people are asking some crazy money. I was able to sell mine for 200 bucks. And man, that's a lot of money for something like this. We're using ATS 55 steel. I mean, it's not great, but, and mine was the all serrated model, so I was really surprised to be able to get that amount. So the Copilot, really quick, I'm trying to make this into a 15-minute video. The Copilot, this knife was designed for travelers, and it was originally created to meet airline standards of blade length. And then there's a reason why they got rid of that, and it's something called 911. So yeah, I would actually like this knife to come back, but we also have the Chicago in their affordable line, and that's a little tiny knife. Excuse me. The Pegasus. This is another little small knife, and this thing has a blade length of 1 5/8, only 42 millimeters. That's a tiny knife. And man, I don't know. The short hollow grind blade is capable of large cutting chores, and the slim stainless steel handle has a deep finger choil. So this is basically a heavy duty knife that doesn't take up a lot of room. So, okay, and then the Navigator. Look at this finger choil back here. I mean, that's pretty serious. That's pretty serious, and this doesn't have it. I mean, that's probably, man, that's a tiny knife. That's a tiny knife. Oh, the Harpy. They still make the Harpy, and look at this. This is called the Standard. The Standard. This rugged work knife is a high-tech variation of the stainless steel Standard Clip-It. So it has a handle made of G10 to maximize strength, traction, and temperature resistance. This would be cool to have come back, and just, not that it's a Delica or anything like that, but just the Standard. That's pretty cool. Excuse me. Then also we have the Harpy, and this is really made, this is a cutting ability for a variety of applications. Well, this I see more as a rope knife or something that you would use in marining. So that would be great, except serrations with a hawkbill blade is probably murder to sharpen. Then we have the military model. Yeah, this is the military. Before there was a paramilitary 2 and a para 3, we had the military. And I mean, man, this thing is a beast, but look at the differences. Look at the differences from today's. Look at the jimping, how big the jimping is, and the serrations. Look how far the serrations go up. And then you've got this little flat end here that's actually just not even serrated. I mean, what's the point? And we've got the old pocket clip, and it has patent pending written on the pocket clip there. And on the blade, it says Spyderco Military, CPM 440V, Golden, Colorado, USA. I mean, CPM 440V, that's basically Crucible's equivalent of about a 440C steel. So it's come a long way, guys. Be thankful for what you've got now. And then we've got the Ladybug. Look at the little Ladybug, and we've got a Ladybug Rescue. God, I don't even know what you would do with that. And then we got a Snap It, and that would just clip on. I mean, man, that makes no sense. Makes no sense. No sense to me, at least. And then we got the remote release. Remote release. What the heck is this going to do? Well, following in the footsteps of the Snap It, the remote release allows for attachment to clothing and gear without use of a pocket clip. So we have this little spring-loaded deal here, and then the spring is back here, and it whoop, goes open and clips onto your clothes. Excuse me again. So, I'm glad they got rid of that. And then these are the custom collaborations, not calibrations. I mean, Bob Peruzla, I mean, man, that's a classic. I mean, that's a classic Spyderco. That actually looks like the, oh my gosh, it's an M4 steel. Oh, man. And you guys are gonna know, it's made by a knife maker in Texas. His emblem has the Texas state on it. And, oh gosh, it just left me. Bradley, Gerald Bradley, or the Bradley 2, I think it's called. That looks exactly like it. So, there you go. The Wayne Goddard, I've seen these, and I've never desired them. I mean, it looks comfortable, but eh. And then Wayne Goddard again, his designs all have this kind of the blade is pretty far from the handle, to be honest. You've got the choil, you've got the blade kick, and then you have this space. I mean, you're pretty far from the blade, to be honest, with those. So those are interesting. The Michael Walker C22 and the Frank Santafonte C25. Now, look at the C25. Look at that design. Man, that is just a piercer. And man, talk about not wanting to be in the Vaseline factory. And also, this looks like... Oh, it's got a backup lock. That's what that is. That's a backup lock. So this little switch is your backup lock. Okay, that's interesting. But look at this here. Knife includes the Walker liner lock and features slim, lightweight carbon fiber scales. The clip, spring, and screws are made of electrically blued titanium and are integrated into the handle. The deep hollow ground blade is formed in a spear point style. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's using ATS 34. This is the thing. None of these pages have prices. So, let me see if it has prices in the back. Let me just double check here. No. So yeah, this is something you just call up and find out. So, Michael Walker lightweight, I mean, eh. And then the Jess Horn lightweight, eh. Not too crazy about that. Eh. These are weird. I mean, this is weird. This is a weird knife. Looks like some of those deep fish you'd see 1,000 meters down. You know, boy, it's a weird knife. Yeah. I mean, this one here, this is a nice one. It looks comfortable. But yeah, you know, what can you do? And then the Peter Herps. Look at this thing. Now this thing, I wish they would bring this back. Look at that. That is cool. So what we've got here, Peter Herps, a German knife maker with over 15 years of experience, is known for his quality and integrity. He brings European elegance and expertise to his first collaboration with Spyderco. This piece was created specifically, especially for the international market, with a sleek rounded handle and designed to lay comfortably in the hand, formed of high-tech titanium for exceptional toughness. Now, you know what this reminds me of? The new, the new, it's not, is it the Opera? Spyderco Opera, I think it is, or something. I can't really remember. Oh, excuse me again. So sorry. Mornings for me are basically runny nose and needing coffee, so I apologize deeply. So, yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we've got the cookware. We've got the cookware. Look at that. I mean, I don't care, so, but if you guys care, well, there we go. Care, warranty, and education. Yeah, there you go. That is the catalog from 1998. Some pretty interesting knives. I deeply apologize for my runny nose. I know some guys are like, oh my God, are you sick? Or you got a cold? Or, oh my God, you sound disgusting. Look, it's the morning. It's about 4:30 in the morning, and my baby girl has woken us all up, and I felt like making a video. So please bear with me. But if you guys enjoyed looking at this old catalog from Spyderco, leave a comment, let me know, and also subscribe. I'd love it if you guys subscribed and talk about the knives that are in here. So thank you guys so much. I need some coffee, and I hope you have a great day.